Hello guys, welcome to AR Tutorials. Today is day 7 of solving LeetCode questions daily, and today we are going to solve question number 169 from LeetCode, that is majority element. This question has been labeled as easy, and there are n numerous approaches to solve this question. Either it could be better, brute or optimal. In fact, this question can be also solved in many optimal ways, but we have discovered a very good algorithm which could perfectly implement in this question and could give the perfectly balanced output with the minimalistic time complexity and space complexity. This algorithm is none other than Moore's voting algorithm. This algorithm, Moore's functionality, I think you have studied in TOC also. There are some concepts such as Turing machines which runs on the fundaments or methodologies of Moore's, such that there is a stack in TOC where you implement your data or your finite automatas until and unless your Turing machine becomes 0, the stack would run. Even when it becomes 0, the stack is empty and new elements are filled, such that our Moore's algorithm also works. We have the set of elements or a vector. We should take a counter and count if the number is similar, and if number is similar we'll increment the count, if number is not similar we'll decrement the count until and unless we reach towards 0. If 0 is occurred, we'll discard all the array which was previously stored and we'll start fresh from count to number 1 and the next element. Now what is majority element? In a array, we have to find such elements which has been occurred or which are present more than floor of n by 2 values. Now what is the floor value? It is the simple value. If you do n by 2, you have to take the largest value, such that if there is 1.5, the floor would be 2, such that if there are if there are 5 values, it could be 2.5, we have to take 3. So that is the floor. Now we should go for the visualization. Now this basically implements the Moore's algorithm. Now what we will do, we will start count. Now when we start, we have given this vector. Now we'll take first value as our wait a second. Okay, now we'll take this is our first value. So this is our first value, so we'll take element as 7. Now we'll take element as 7. We have initially count 0, we'll make it 1 because we are counting now. Our counting start. Now again we came across with 7. Now our count becomes 2 and element would be 7 only. Now what happens now, when we take our element to be 7, until and unless our count becomes 0, we'll check how much long or how much will it exist still our count becomes 0. Now it came 5. Now this 5 is different. Now this 5 is different from whom? The element number. So we have to decrement the count. Now this will become to 1. Here we have decremented it. Now again we have came across with 7, so again we have to increment the count. Are you getting what I am doing? If I get similar element, I am doing plus plus, and if I am getting a different element, I am decrementing the count as minus minus. So again I have got the different element, so it becomes 1, and again I have got different element, so it becomes 0. Now as I told you, if my count becomes 0, my whole this array gets discarded. I don't want this array now. Now I'll start with the different element, that is number 5 number element. Now I'll start with 5 number element. So what I'll do, I'll make my element as 5. I'll change the color. Okay, so I want here the element to be the 5 and count to be 1 because we are starting from the count. Now here it came again 7. Within one step it became 0. Now what we will do, we'll start from the new count. that is again we have came with 5. So again we'll come with 5. Now here the count is 1. Now again we got the same, so it became 2. Here came 7, so it became 1, and here it became 7, now it became 0. Now here till from here to here it was a second array which is again discarded. Now what we'll do, we'll go for new element again. Now our new element would be 5. Now for this 5 we'll take our new element 5 and we'll start counting from 1. So here it became 1, so here became 2, till here it is 2, now it becomes 3 and then 4. So I'll directly write here 3 and directly write here 4. Now new element came, it becomes 3 and it becomes 2. So friends, at last we have got a non-zero value for element 5. That is, we have the possibility that this element could be our majority element. Now Moore's voting algorithm doesn't gives 100% surety that this element is majority element. We have to again go through a loop, and in that loop we have to found that if whatever our n by 2 value is there, the count literally matches that value or not. We have to do a counter plus plus, and then in if condition we have to return if it is equal to, then we have to return this value. Now there are some cases such that I'll explain you. Now there are some cases like this case. I'll solve it orally only, such that you could understand whatever I want to tell you. That here, what if the element came and that is not in majority, what would be the output? Now it will show you. Let me erase the screen first. Okay, now 7, for 7 we are doing. Okay, so 7 we are doing, so take element as 7. So here it was 2, here it became 2, here again 1 and again 2, and here it again become 1, and here it became 0. What I am doing, instead of this count, I am just representing it in upper index factor, so it could be easy for you that how much the array size was there. Now here my new array starts, so here it became 0, no, here it was 1, my bad. Okay, so here it was 1, and here again it became 0. Immediately it became 0, so this is new. So again we'll start from here. So it became 1, it became 2, it became 1 again, and here it became 0. Now here, and we'll start from here. So it was 1, so it became 2, it became 3, it became 2, it became 3, it became 4. Now the last part of our was this, that it became 4. So what element it became 4 at first element, so we'll return 1, but let's count number of ones. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 5 and 6. So count of 1 is equal to 6, but the number of elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So count of all the elements are 18. So is 6 greater than 18? N by 2 is 9. So what is 18's n by 2? That is 9. So it should be greater. But once count is 6. So by Moore's algorithm, what we'll get a number which has the 100% probability that it is occurring maximum time, but it doesn't guarantee that it occurs more than n by 2 times or not. So for this reason, we'll again loop it our code and we'll check whether it is there. So what we'll do now, we'll go to our code and understand what we have done. The code is very easy, only few conditions. First we have taken the element as 0, count is 0 and the num size. We'll loop it from 0 to n. When count is equal to 0, whatever the count it will be there, it will first increment the count, make it 1, and what will there, the first 0th element will store it in the element variable. Not only 0th, ith element, because there are many times when count becomes 0. Now when it becomes 0, we'll assign the value as 1, and that ith index value will give it to the element 1. And after that, else if condition, what if nums matches the element, we'll do counter plus plus. If not, the counter would be minus. At what extent the counter would be minus minus? Until and unless it becomes 0. And when it becomes 0, this if condition would be useful for us. This is very easy, and as I told you, we'll get a number, but that number doesn't guarantee that it is greater than n by 2. Though it guarantees it is the majority element, but it does not guarantee it's n by 2 times greater. So for this we'll check again loop from 0 to n. Then we'll check whatever the number of I is equal to element. If that occurs, we'll do counter plus plus, and what we'll do, we'll now check that if counter is greater than n by 2. If there, then return element. If not, return minus 1. We'll just run our code. This code is a optimal version of a code, so all test cases passed, and we'll submit our code and see the answer. Yes, we have an optimal solution here. So this was my explanation. If you like my videos, if you like my efforts which I took to make you understand some questions, so please do hit like, comment and subscribe to this channel. I'm still learning and growing. I really want your support to grow ahead. If you have any comments, any feedbacks, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you for watching this video and staying tuned with us for last 7 days. It's been a week, but there are months to go. Thank you for staying tuned.